Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Erin Lee here. I'm so excited. I've been a life coach and business strategist for over 30 years, and I love bringing this Can versus Can't series to you. And this week, we are going to talk about the energy of allowing. I'm excited about this. So let's get right into it. All right. So manifestation isn't about making things happen, it's about allowing them to happen. So when you force and you try to make it your way and everything else, to try to manifest something, it doesn't really work that well. But when you surrender and you release and you allow, things will come to you and it'll happen a lot faster. So, talking point number one, forcing is fear in disguise. When you chase what's already yours, you block it. Think about it. If, like I've spoken about in the past with the law of assumption, you close your eyes, you see what you want happening as if it's happening right now, your ultimate goal, right? And you brought it alive with your senses, smelling the food on the table and the sound of the music and the vibrant colors and the climate and everything as if it's, and you have the feeling, you're emotionalizing that vision. You have the feeling as if it's happening right now, then you're not chasing it because you're just allowing it. Right? You're experiencing it right now. And the energy of striving says, I don't have it yet. It's like when people say, I'm waiting for my ship to come in, or I'm striving to make this happen, or it doesn't allow for the idea of it's already yours. What you are searching is searching you. What you're seeking is seeking you. So anything that you want is already right there for you. You just have to get into alignment with it. That's the key to allowing. All right. So, and the energy of allowing says, it's already mine. I'm ready to receive, which is so cool. Esther and Jerry Hicks, I started following them. At first, I thought that it was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I thought it was a little crazy back in the 90s. And I just kept watching. And I was waiting for Esther and Jerry Hicks were married and Jerry had passed away a few years ago, but Esther channels this entity called Abraham, right? Just this series of entities. So when she does this, she talks about you launch your rocket of desire, right? Based on what you're experiencing and what you're thinking about and what you're deciding that you want in life, you're launching that rocket of desire from your mind out into the universe. And then immediately the universe says, it is done. It's almost like going to ChatGPT, right? And I don't want to compare the universe to ChatGPT, but hear me out and you'll see where I'm going with this. I remember when I first started using it, I would say, print out a business plan. And I couldn't believe how fast, in 3 seconds, this detailed, I would just put in a great prompt and it would give me this incredible thing that used to take months to do, or a marketing plan or whatever. It was instant because AI has a way of just, getting all of the information that's been out there forever from everyone and within record speed, just give it to us. Well, it's the same thing with what I'm talking about here. We put out to the universe what we want, our desire. We launch the rocket of desire. The universe instantly, it's done, right? And then we need to go into receptive mode, right? We need to allow it to come to us. And in order to do that, we have to get into the vibrational frequency, meet that frequency of where whatever our desire is. So we need to step into allowing, the frequency of allowing. So first we ask, then the universe says, it's done, ready to send it to you. And then we just need to go into allowing it to go into receptive mode and allow it to come to us instead of saying, I could do this myself. I'm really good at micromanaging this. I'm going to do it my way, and no, we just surrender and allow it to come. Plant the seeds, take the action, but don't micromanage it. Go into receptive mode, which a lot of people have a hard time doing. They love giving and giving and giving and doing and doing. But in order to receive, the self-limiting beliefs around that. And I want to help you overcome and break through those self-limiting beliefs that keep you from being able to receive. And all you have to do is say thank you graciously and allow it to come to you. Okay. Talking point number two, allowing is not laziness, it's alignment, like we just talked about. So the you'd still take action, but it's inspired, not pressure. Right? All right. So you still take action, but it's inspired, not pressured. You're not forcing. You're not making it happen, right? Your way or just forcing it to happen. You're it's inspired. So true allowing comes when you trust the process more than your timeline. You want to trust yourself, trust God, trust the universe, right? Trust yourself and trust the process. Everything in divine order and divine timing. And the universe knows exactly when you're supposed to receive something. Even if we want it yesterday, we want it right now, the universe might say, you know what? Erin needs to learn a few more lessons in order before I give this to her. She's not quite ready. She needs to learn a few more lessons and then she'll be in the perfect place to receive it and she'll be able to hold on to it and do the best with it and so on. And then the universe can't fill what's clenched, it fills what's open. So if your hands are like, you're clenching, this is what you want, you're holding on to it, it's got to happen this way, and this is mine, and it's only this, and it can't happen in another way. A friend of mine told a story about how somebody wanted $100, and the person just expected either $100 bill or 20s, right, for the $100. But he put out steel or whatever it was, and a gentleman drove by and said, "I'd like that. Can I take that off your hands? I'd like to pay you for it." And his friend was like, "That's stinky stuff? Like, that's gross. Like, why, like, no, I don't want to, why would I do that to you? I'm not going to do that." Meanwhile, it was $100 worth of metal that he could have sold it for. So it showed up looking like something that wasn't quite what the person expected, but it was that $100 ready to be received, but the person wasn't in that same vibrational frequency as the, to receive the $100 of from the metal, from the exchange. All right, talking point number 3 is allowing keeps you in flow, and flow is so good. Resistance creates friction, surrender creates momentum. So when you're resisting, no, I don't, I can do this myself, or no, thank you, I don't need that. And really, it would have helped you big time, but you'd feel bad, saying that, yes, some people have a hard time with asking somebody to pass the salt at the dinner table. They don't want to put people out of their way. It's very difficult for them to go into receptive mode, to allow things to come to them. They feel that they have to earn it and work for it and grind and like it's got to be hard, and that's the complete opposite because resistance builds that friction, and again you pinch yourself off from allowing it to just come to you. If you just get into the vibrational frequency with what it is that you want and you're vibing with it like in your imagination, and you have the feeling as if it's already happened and you're allowing it to come, and you're in gratitude, that it's already here, and you're just waiting to get into the vibrational frequency of it, then it shows up. And then the can mindset opens doors, the can't energy keeps them closed. And I love this whole can versus can't series because can energy, it opens a lot of doors when you believe that you can do something and you can be and have anything that you want because you are a conscious creator. We're all conscious creators here on this planet, but most people are creating by default. So when you get into the mindset that you can and you will do whatever it takes, like within the law for the highest good of all concerned, following the golden rule, and you believe you can and nothing stops you, you will accomplish it. And it's the difference between making a committed decision or a decision that you're just interested in. So if you want to lose weight, and really, you really want to lose weight, and it's one of your highest values, you really want to get it done, it's a big goal, and it's just been difficult for you, but you finally start, you're on a roll, right? And you're losing weight and you go into the gym and you're exercising, and then boom, something happens, the ice cream man comes or whatever, and you're out there with the kids and you're getting ice cream and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to have one thing and it's going to be fine. I'll get back on track tomorrow. And at the first sign of an obstacle, you quit because you were just interested in doing it. When you make a committed decision, I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to lose 20 pounds, come hella high water, burn the boats, like there is no retreating. I'm going to do this. The ice cream man can come. He can pay for your kids' ice cream. And you're like, I'm good, because you are committed to that decision. And when you can get to that place, then you can do things that you never realized that you could do. When you get that level of commitment made, when you make a decision, you get rid of the self doubt. I talked about in one of the other videos in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. He writes, indecision leads to self doubt, slow and insidious, right? It leads to self doubt. And then bam, you're in fear because it always stems back to having not made a committed decision. Committed. And it's a game changer. And that's the can mentality. Can't is you're just interested in doing something, you really want to do it, but the obstacle happens, the challenge shows itself, and you just succumb to the temptation or you just don't have the willpower. The will is a powerful thing. I wrote a book after my cancer diagnosis called The Will to Live. And the subtitle is The Perks of Cancer Through the Eyes of a Survivor. And the will is so powerful. You can will your way into things and you can will your way out of things. And I wrote that book for young adult females in my neighborhood, in my community, because in 1991, young adults were not, the demographic wasn't represented. It was just basically the elderly and babies, like with St. Jude. So I wrote the book to inspire and to empower the young female adults. Long story short, the book sold around the world. I got emails from guys that were going through a divorce. They read it before giving it to a loved one, and the book changed their life because spiritual universal law, it's universal. It's, even though I wrote it for women, guys got a lot out of it. I got a check in rupees, from a gentleman in India that I sent the book to. And he sent an email saying how it changed his life. It was just an absolutely incredible experience. But you can will your way into something and you can will your way out of something. That's how powerful the mind is. But it's based on can versus can't. Again, you can will your way into it. I can do it. Well, you'll will your way out of it with I can't. Okay. When you allow, you invite the miraculous, not the mechanical. And they call me the miracle maker. Miracles are normal. I enjoy it. It's like, of course that happened. Of course that did, because I have the faith. I go into receptive mode. I surrender. I allow. When you do this work and you live in harmony with spiritual universal law, then the opportunities just show up like a fire hose. The blessings are amazing. And the challenges show up too. It's not like it's, just easy and rainbows and cupcakes every single day. Challenges show up, but it's who are we as we're going through the challenge, right? As we're overcoming and we're getting to the other side of that challenge. And I promise you, when you go through a challenge and you don't quit and you just keep going and you just, you have the persistence and you get to the other side, the growth is amazing. You go next level. It's like going through a portal. And it's when you stop and you get stuck in fear and you put your head between your knees and you just, you get stuck. And so many people are stuck in overwhelm and distraction and fear and everything else. And I want to help you out of that. I want to help you get to the other side. All the best lessons are learned in the valley. Again, this is the school of earth. The best lessons are learned in the valley. Getting out of the valley, getting to the other side, and now you're on the next mountain peak, and it's even higher than the last one. And the next one is to going through the valley, and then you get to another mountain peak, and so on and so on. And it's just absolutely amazing, and life, you just keep growing. And their soul is called here for expansion. People get depressed and they have anxiety and stuff like this, because when you're not growing, you're going backwards. And they say, if you're not growing, you're decaying, you're going backwards. So you definitely want to keep putting one foot in front of the next and wake up and just in gratitude and just in enthusiasm. I wake up every day and I'm like, thank you, God, for another day, right? Thank you for waking up. And I always say there's 16 hours of endless opportunities in front of me today. There's 16 hours of pure potential in front of me today. I can't wait to see the people, places, and things that you're going to put in my life today. And I just wake up in gratitude and enthusiasm and I look forward to the opportunities. And then I go into receptive mode, and allow the people, place, and things to come. And again, there's challenges also, but they show up for a reason to say, okay, can Erin handle this? Is she ready to go to that next level? So life is it's just absolutely amazing. And my clients, I have so many clients, whether it's growing their business or with marriage or, no matter where where anybody feels stuck, where you feel stuck, I love helping you and I love helping my clients get to the other side and just you thrive. You thrive. You have a choice. You can just, suffer in the low vibe and the frustration and the anger and the disappointment and all that kind of stuff. And that's suffering. Or you can do the personal development work, work with a coach, work with a mentor, and break through this and get to the other side. And then you're in flow. You're in flow and it feels so good. There's a big difference. You're thriving and you're growing. All right. Your work for this week is each morning each morning, say aloud, I release control and choose alignment. I allow its mind to find me with ease. All right. I'm going to say it one more time. I release control and choose alignment. I allow its mind to find me with ease. Go into receptive mode, right? The frequency of allow it to come to you. You know what you want, you put out to the universe what it is, your desire, you launch your rocket of desire, like Abraham says, Esther Hicks, you launch your rocket of desire. The universe already said, it's done. Your wish is granted. It's done. The universe, God always says yes. So whatever it is that you're asking for, and again, with our thoughts, it could be good, it could be bad, you could be thinking about negative things, and that's what you're putting out there, right? God and the universe always say yes. So be careful about what you're thinking, what you're speaking, so that when you go into receptive mode and you're allowing, you want it to be in alignment with what it is that you desire, what it is that you want. Okay. And you want to get really, really clear, crystal clear on exactly what you want. So the universe is not confused. The universe knows exactly what to send you. So you launch your rocket of desire. That's your ask. The universe, God, source, higher power says yes. And then you go, like I said, you go into receptive mode. You go into allowing. All right. So thank you for spending this week with me. And I would love for you to comment. And again, whatever kind of growth and whatever experiences that you have that you believe will inspire others, please put them in the comments. And because as a community and as we help each other, we all help each other. So I'm sharing and I would love for you to share. I want to read your comments and feel free to email me as well. I read all of my emails and hit like and subscribe and share it with your friends and your family and the people you work with if you feel like they could benefit from this as well, the personal and professional development and growth. And I do have a course, the Life on Track course. If you do want to go deeper into all of this and have me there holding you accountable and working with you in the course, you can check that out at the lifeontrackcourse.com. All right. And we'll have a call and we'll talk about that as well. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a magnificent day. And always remember, live onward and upward.